sun is shining brightly. Drink in the sunshine. Expand your awareness until you begin to hear the music of the universe. Allow your perceptivity to spread to a knowing of all around you. In other words, let the expanded awareness flow into oneness.
Oh, what a beautiful morning. Oh, what a beautiful day. I've got a beautiful feeling. Everything's going our way. So, here we are.
Here we are.
Sometimes you think, why do we feel so much pain when someone departs for the other side? When we know that, and people have come to tell us. Everybody says nobody tells you, right? Nobody has come back to tell you.
Yes.
Lots of people have come back to say it's beautiful, it's wonderful.
That's right.
And we have had our own personal experiences.
Oh yes.
So if we can actually expand our way of thinking and hold on to that expansion, because we all expand. Every time someone leaves us, we say roughly the same thing, right?
Yes, we do. Yes.
And then before we know it, we're back to thinking, oh my gosh, well, everybody's going, and so it will be our time, and then we're not going to see this again, and we're not going to see that person again, and there is no end, really, to what's available to us to expand into, and to grow into, and to learn about. There's no end. Right here. And I just had the most marvelous experience just now. It's just a drop of water on the mesh.
And the light.
The sun is going
through it. Yes.
And I have a diamond.
Yes.
Staring me straight in the face. That's a beautiful experience.
Yes.
That I'm so glad I didn't miss.
And what is interesting is at exactly the same time I looked up, and through the mango leaves there is the bluest sky that I have ever experienced. And just that simple view is beauty.
So therefore, whenever we lose, so-called lose a friend, because we don't really lose them.
Yeah.
When we lose someone, we should take it as an opportunity to remind ourselves to expand into all that we can see and all that we can't see. Expand into all that is. Yes.
It should remind us.
It should remind us that
of expanding into beauty and freedom.
Of expanding into all that is. And feeling.
I like that.
So many people are afraid to say that they experienced an invisible. They experienced someone who was in the physical and is no longer so. But everyone has had some kind of experience.
Oh yes.
Right? From childhood to now. And that experience alone, instead of expanding into the experience.
Yes.
We cut it off.
We close down.
Yes, we close down.
So this is an opportunity.
And we say, well, that's not quite real. There are enough. There is enough evidence.
Yes.
Right. There are enough experiences for us to say that we've got a good body of empirical evidence that we can use to say conclusively.
Yes.
It is real.
Yes, of course.
It exists. And we should just continue to accept.
Yes.
And see where that expanded.
Explore.
Explore where that expanded dimension. The very acceptance of it expands. Allows it to expand into another dimension, right, of existence. And so, expanding into that existence, we should see where that takes us.
So you are talking nothing less short of transforming the stream of energy on this earth, where we automatically get sad and grieve and it shouldn't have happened when someone transitions. You're saying transform that into a reminder to expand. Yes, we must attend to our the loss, the grief, etc., but don't stay stuck. Very shortly, honor the person and the experience that you've had with them, but very shortly expand.
Yes, even as we go through the sorrow, right, we expand.
Yes.
So as we embrace more and more of these experiences, we expand.
Yes. Yes.
And as we expand, the sorrow doesn't become the central thing.
Right.
Right?
Right.
The sorrow and the loss doesn't become that which we focus on.
Yes.
But we begin to focus on what is beyond that. What is beyond this life.
Yes.
What is beyond the narrow life that we lead. Right? What goes on in the trees there when we're not looking? You know? Who's there? Who's having an experience of some kind?
Yes.
If we expand into that consciousness, if we consciously say, and you were talking the other day about experiencing life, really experiencing life.
Yes.
I think this comes into it, right?
Yes. Yes.
That which you were speaking about is what I am now, I think, trying to share.
Yes.
And that is that once we expand the consciousness into saying, there's life in there, teeming life, life that is valuable, life that is expanding and contracting and experiencing too.
Yes.
Right? It's over there, it's over there, it's everywhere. So life is not you and me sitting here and the neighbors and the workplace, you know, and the place we go to for a holiday. That's not life. All around us, beings are experiencing.
It reminds me when I was in Arizona, I just had that moment. You know, you have these moments. There was a tree, and I looked into the tree, and all of a sudden I could see the life in the tree.
Yes.
Not just the tree itself, but there were all a myriad of insects and flying insects and crawling insects and creeping insects in the tree.
Right.
And I suddenly had a sense of, this is teeming with life, and it's all connected, and it's all harmonious. I felt it as, I dubbed it the tree of harmony, because I could see everything flowing, everything connected, that allowing this and this allowing that, and everything was connected. Someone was using, some little creature was using the excrement of somebody else, some other creature, and everything was harmonious, everything was flowing.
Yes.
I called it the tree of harmony, and I realized I need to jump into that stream of harmony.
Yeah.
I really do, because we are a part of it.
We should be a part of it.
We've forgotten. We
have forgotten how to be a part
of that harmonious existence.
Which means, of course, that we have narrowed our perspective.
Yes.
And that is one of the reasons why so many little things bother us. Because we've narrowed ourselves down to being just in this body. Just in. This body is a beautiful body. It's a beautiful vehicle. It takes us places. So let's go places. Yeah, so to me, when someone transits, it's when they go through going through their transition, this is time for us to also go through a transition and expand along with them.
Interesting.
You know, instead of contracting in tears and sorrow, we should expand.
Was it Bunty who had told us that when Francis, our brother, died, he said, look for the gifts in his passing?
Yes, he did say that.
Yeah, he did say that.
He said, look for the gifts in his
passing. How different to say that.
And actually, this is possibly the way we should be thinking about everything. Because one of the reasons why we started having these discussions and deciding to actually record them and share them is because we wanted to say, look for the gifts in this moment, the trauma that we're experiencing. with the COVID-19.
Yes,
You're saying look
yes.
for the gifts
Right,
in
right.
in all the horror and terror
Yes.
that we must accommodate in our
Yes,
lives.
yes,
Right?
yes.
Let's also look,
Look for the
the
gifts.
gifts because they're there.
Mm.
That's a choice to live in joy.
It's a choice to live in joy indeed.
Mm-hmm.
I giggled just now when you talked about looking for the gifts in this moment that the world is experiencing because, and you said maybe this is the way we should be looking at everything. I giggled because I remembered that time that I just told you about a few days ago in the lab where I had set up the experiment, borrowed a huge piece of equipment, learned how to use it, and pressed the button, wouldn't work. Pressed the button, wouldn't work. Did everything, pressed it, wouldn't work. And then I looked on the optics table that I had set up and I realized that one thing was out of place. And had the equipment worked, I could have taken data, but it would have been the wrong data. When I fixed that one thing and pressed the button,
It worked.
it worked! And the beauty of
And
the universe
yes,
is
because you-
incredible.
yeah, because-
I could have just gone further along with, oh, now we got to take this equipment in, we got to da-da-da-da-da. Instead of recognizing that that which enters our life, we need to take a careful look at instead of dismissing it as something terrible, something horrible. Look
Right.
for the gifts.
Exactly.
Look for the gifts.
Look
for
for
the other
the
side.
gifts.
And if you
And-
can't find
yes.
it, create it.
Always.
Create it.
This universe comes bearing gifts.
Always.
Always.
Now that's a perspective that I like. The universe always comes bearing gifts. Whoa.
Everything, the good and the bad, comes bearing gifts.
Yeah, so you just lighten up.
Yes. Yes. So we don't get all heavy.
Right.
And why did this happen to me?
Mm-hmm,
And, you know, we try to
Yeah.
go beyond that and
Yes.
say, now, what am I getting here?
And you know what that does?
What's wrapped up in this package?
It brings us into the moment. It brings us into the moment where the power to create one's life lies.
Yeah, that's very well said. Yes, that's very
Yeah.
true. In that moment, we create the life that we want.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we started off today with one theme. Can't remember what it is, what it was, and the rain sent us running.
Yes.
And that
And
put
that-
us on another track.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
And of course, thanks to our decision to expand
Yes, exactly.
into
Into
joy,
joy.
expand
Yes.
into joy.
Yeah. Here we are.
we did not say, oh, the rain spoiled all our plans.
Yeah.
We immediately said, okay,
Let's create.
let's create. Brother Rain, thank you. And I know that Brother Rain has left gifts for us, like that droplet through which the light passed
Yes,
and
yes.
scattered into
the
various
rainbows,
colors
yes,
as I
rainbow
shifted
colours.
my hair.
Yes. So we have to dismantle a lot of the things that we live by that
Yes,
that
yes,
that
yes.
we now need to let out of our life.
Yeah, to pull ourselves out of density.
Yes.
Those beliefs may have been useful at some stage of the game, but they're not useful now.
Yeah.
In order to, the first step to this shift in perspective we're talking about is a decision to live in joy.
Oh yes. Hello. That's for sure.
You know, and sometimes people make certain choices
Yes.
for themselves and behave as if they have no choice.
Yes.
We can choose.
Yeah.
We can choose. We always have a choice. People say we don't, but we always have a choice. You might be told that your condition is terminal. You might be told that you're going to die soon or something, and you think I have no choice, and you go to the end with a sour face.
Right.
Or you can say, okay, so whatever I have left, I can either choose
Yes.
to make whatever I have left beautiful,
Yes.
or I can choose to find ways of extending it.
Yes. Yes.
Extending that life.
Right. Right.
And really, these are the only ways to live, because none of us know how long
Right.
we have.
Right.
we may be in peak condition, get run over by a bus.
Yes. Or we might be terminal and live for another 30 years.
Exactly.
Like?
Our own father was like
Yes,
that,
yes,
right?
yes.
Doctor
yes.
says, I'm sorry, it's the end.
Yes.
The front heart muscle is not moving at all. The back one is barely moving.
Yes. And he comes in and says...
And the doctor says, you know, you don't need to come back to me because there's nothing more I can do for you. And he comes out to the doctor's office with a big smile on his face.
Yes.
Clean bill of health. Clean bill of health.
Clean bill of health. Which...
And off he went, enjoying life with his friends.
He always said he had a joie de vivre.
He had an incredible joie.
And so it is that joy, that belief
That
in
choice
life,
to
that
live in
yes,
joy.
yes.
And there are a whole lot of people feeling sad because, his heart is going to stop any moment, right? Some of them, their hearts stopped before his.
I know that it's that indomitable spirit. Yes, perspective, indomitable spirit.
And choice.
And
nice.
choice. Very nice.
And that basically is how we all need to approach life.
Yes, we do.
You know? Yeah, so thank you, son.
Yes.
It's not the hummingbird today telling us that it's time.
The sun.
It's the sun.
Oh, and everywhere around me is joyful and beautiful.
When the winds of life blow strongly, take a deep breath and let go. Glide in its flows and eddies on wings of love and laughter, and stay alert. Stay alert for the wisdom solutions that come from the fresh perspective of a heart energized by laughter and a mind elevated by love. Well-winged, this journey always takes you to pools of calm and rich experiences of pure magic.